Good morning, Frustrated Farmer. How are we? Just sat down doing a few figures, a few facts and figures, and I always look at my kill out percentages because I like to know where I am, the profits roughly in my head. I think there's only me that can understand what goes on here, and it's either yay or nay. But anyway, so kill out percentages on cattle, they vary, okay, and a lot of factors come into this. So the breed of the animal makes a huge difference. The sex of the animal makes a huge difference. There's a lot of variables, okay? So Chevrolets, big boned, Simmentals, big boned, you're going to lose a lot more weight butchering it because they carry a heavier bone mass. If you've got a nice little dainty dancing blonde, yes, with a good arse, or a nice little dainty dancing Limousin, they've got smaller and lighter bone density, so they kill out better. Your Belgian Blues or your British Blues kill out fantastic, like crazy. You'll be up 75%, I'd imagine, on a Belgian Blue bull. I imagine that. So why don't I kill Belgian Blues? Or why don't I kill Belgian Blue heifers or British Blue heifers? Because the quality of that beef is not great. Everyone's heard of Aberdeen Angus and your Hereford and your Shorthorns and your Welsh Blacks and all this, all your native British breeds. They're the ones with the flavour, all right? However, the growth rate on them is not great. If you solely grass-fed a Hereford or an Angus, it takes about 3 to 4 years to get it up to a sizable weight where you could earn a profit on it in a butcher's shop. It's then not prime beef. It really isn't. It needs to be under 30 months to be prime beef. That's what it needs to be. If it's over 30-month OTM, the price in the market drops significantly because it's not prime beef. So your big fat Belgian Blues, well, they're not fat, they're just very lean. That's the problem. They're like super lean, they're crap to butcher up, and they've got zero flavour in it, and they're a little bit tough. They're just facts. It normally goes to catering. Catering butchers will use them because of the kill out percentage. It's great. They get more profit. Or they might be able to reduce the price of them so that they're a bit more competitive on the market, as in general. Of that, I'm a cheap butcher. And it's British beef. Yeah, we're better than him because he's being greedy. No, he's not. He's working out on his kill out percentages, and he's doing his job right. So I want fat heifers. I want a good covering of fat. I want it. I'm not so bothered about the shape. I want, an R, a U, U3, R3. Brilliant. They're the grades. I'll do another video on the grading, all right? Or we could maybe hopefully bump into a grader at the markets or at the slaughterhouse where they could give us a proper, what he looks for and things like that. That'd be a good video. I'll try and get that organised. So that's what I go for. I don't go for ease. They're just going to be too lean. They really are going to be too lean. So I want a native breed, I want a keeper's flavour, cross a continental, a Limousin, or a blonde, all right? And that's going to give us the shape and the growth rate. So we grow the animal quicker and get it fat in less than 30 months. So we're producing prime British beef at its best, and we're retaining the flavour of the native breeds, the Angus, the Welsh Black, the Longhorn, Shorthorn, blah, 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 all right? And that is the best of British right there. That really is the best of it. If you watch Slacky, if you watch me, what we're going and buying out of the markets, we're not buying these great big double muscled arse things and all the rest of it. Yes, they're impressive, but they're not impressive on the plate. And anybody bragging off, oh, look at these Belgian Blues, they're massive. Yeah, you keep buying them, cock. You keep buying them. But you'll never catch one in my shop. So we had... have I done this bit yet? So the last one I did buy out of Bakewell Market, live weight was 594 kilos, and it cost me £4 a kilo. That came to a grand total of £2,376 per body. And then it killed out, and we lost 214 kilos. So we ended up with 380 kilos of meat left, but the bones are still in it. There's more got to come out of that yet when it gets to my shop. So a loss of 214 kilos. But it killed out at 64%, which, yeah, I'm really chuffed to bits for that. Normally, the cattle I pick normally kill out between 56, 60%, something like that. So yeah, so I'm impressed with 64%. Great. It was more of a shapier animal. So yeah, we've done better. So yeah, I'm choosing cattle that have got a light bone density, that the muscle mass is good but not exceptional, and it must have some native breed in it somewhere. So we can carry that flavour, and you as the consumer can buy the best of British, and that's the way we do it at Frustrated Farmer. I hope that explains everything. It probably misses one or two bits out. I can sort of go off on a tangent on one or two things, and I try not to do that. We're 5 minutes in, we'll leave it there. I'll silly.